It has been a show of shows,
Yes.
and she's bringing up the rear. At the age of 6, our next guest picked up a saxophone, and she hasn't put it down since.
That instrument brought Melissa Aldana from Santiago, Chile to the U.S. and eventually New York City, also all around the world.
A global sensation. It even landed her a Grammy nomination for Best Improvised Jazz Solo for her song, Falling. Take a listen.
Oh my, let's keep listening, please.
I know, I love that. Melissa Aldana's skills on the sax are alto this world.
gosh.
You like that?
I love it.
Although her saxophone today is tenor. She's joining us in studio with a few friends. Welcome to New York and to New York Living.
Welcome to the show. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Amazing treat for us.
Oh, thank you for having us.
You brought some friends.
Yes.
Who do you have with you today?
I have Kush Abadi on the drums.
Hello, Kush.
Hello.
Fantastic.
And then we have Pablo Menares on the bass.
Pablo, all right.
On the bass.
Very nice.
Wonderful. Now, we understand you're a part of a quartet.
Yes.
You have a trio today. The saxophone, as we mentioned in the open, has kind of been in your life since the very beginning of your life.
Yeah.
What inspired you to pick up this instrument and start playing it?
Well, I'm coming from a musical family. My father and grandfather are both saxophone players. And I started actually playing alto when I was very young. But then I heard Sonny Rollins, who's a legendary saxophone player, when I was very young, at around 12. And since then I have been playing the tenor.
It's incredible.
Many years.
How often did you practice when you were a kid? I'm asking because for good reason, because I have 2 children who never practice when I want them to. Were you like really religious about it?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was extremely strict with me, so we're talking about hours every day, but I happen to really love it, you know.
So
it wasn't the same thing with my sister, actually. She quit after a year.
She's no longer playing any instruments.
Yeah, she doesn't play any instruments.
Now,
After being forced.
so that's what happens, though.
I know.
But you love it, and at the age of 24, you won the
Thelonious Monk International Jazz Competition.
This made you the first female instrumentalist and the first South American musician to win this illustrious award.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
How does that
Thank
feel?
you. It's a huge honor, you know. I grew up knowing about the competition, and so many of my heroes has been part of it. And also my dad was part of it in the early 90s, you know, so it was quite a special thing.
It's a family affair.
Do you and your dad ever make music together?
Oh my
Do you
God.
ever?
We had, back home in Chile. It's been many years since I lived there, you know, but I used to practice and, I mean, study with him for many years.
I'm sure he's watching you and everything you've accomplished and is just very proud.
That's right.
Of course he is.
Oh my gosh. So your album 12 Stars was released last year. It was inspired by tarot.
Yes.
Your life in New York. I'm here for all of this.
Tarot. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember we had a woman who has a tarot deck. She came on the show. I love the tarot. I'm from New York. How do you bring that into your musicality? Create an entire album about it?
You know, during the pandemic, I think that all of us were going through some kind of crisis, you know, and mine had to do with a lot of personal things going on, separation and etc. And I had quite a long time, a lot of time too, so I thought that would be really interesting to learn about the tarot, you know. And I think there was a way to try to make sense out of everything that was happening at the time. And I took lessons, you know. I started learning about the tarot, about the older major arcanas. And I learned that, like, we all have a major arcana that represent us, you know, with the goods and bad things. And mine is the Empress that has a crown that has 12 stars. So the 12 stars,
there it is.
You know, talks about the 12 years in New York, the 12 months of 2020, and the Fool is one of the tunes at the album. So every tune in the album has a relationship with my personal crisis and also with some of the major arcanas. As I was
So
learning
this
about
was
it.
an album that was just destined to be, basically, is what it sounds like.
I hope so.
I know you were nominated for a Grammy as well. That's not the only award, the Grammy. And this is for your song Falling. But this song is about a moment of feeling alone, right?
Yeah, I mean, Falling is the first feeling that I had during the pandemic, you know, when everything was falling apart. Not just not having more work or anything on my personal life as well, you know. So I thought that would be a good beginning of the tune.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I know you were technically a jazz musician.
Yeah.
Yes, is that correct?
Yes.
Are there other performing artists or artists in other genres that you draw inspiration from or that you listen to? I basically, what are you doing on a Friday? What are you listening to when you're like listening to music? I'm trying to figure out, because I love everything about what you've accomplished.
Thank you. Well, I'm a big fan of South American music, specifically Brazilian.
Ooh.
So, I mean, one of my favorite musicians right now is called Ginga.
Oh, Ginga. Okay.
Ginga.
Okay.
Have you heard Ginga?
I have.
It's so beautiful. And, Caetano Veloso, Gal Costa. Those has been things I've been listening quite a while.
This is
quite
fantastic.
a lot.
Okay. Now, we were showing the video before. It looked like a little you on a TV playing the
Yeah.
saxophone. What was that?
I used to do so many TV shows when I was a kid. I grew up
Really?
basically on TV doing, I don't know if you know Don Francisco.
Don Francisco de Sábado Gigante.
Yeah. We used to do like all of
Sure,
those
sure,
TV shows.
yeah.
It was a show on Univision. And
Univision.
you walked into any Latino house home from 7 a.m. to
Yeah.
midnight, and Sábado Gigante was
Yeah,
on the whole day.
every week.
So you were on that show?
I did a show, and also my dad used to play at the TV show. So I worked at the orchestra since I was very young. And then I did another competition called Bravo Bravissimo. I don't know if you ever
remember that
heard.
one.
That's like a very well-known international. So I had a lot of experience with TV
Oh my
since I was
God, this is
young.
great.
Yeah.
Look where music will take you.
That's right.
Seriously.
That's right. So you played your first night at the 4-night run at the Smoke Jazz Club, the Blue Smoke?
Yeah, we're playing tonight. Is our second night.
Okay.
It's on the Upper West Side,
Sure,
and
yeah.
we're playing at 7, at 9 p.m., and at 10 p.m. set. And actually with a quartet, with a piano player.
With a quartet and the
Lex
whole
quartet.
business. All right.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can catch the Melissa Aldana Quartet tonight through Sunday at the Smoke Jazz Club.
Yeah.
Tickets on the Smoke Jazz Club's website listed on your screen. We'll get to it. If we don't, follow Melissa on Instagram at Melissa Aldana Sax. And you can also, we'll post it on our website.
Yes, and by the way, before we let you go, because they're going to play us right to the end of the show, we want to thank you for watching New York Living. We will see you back here on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, and let us send you out into the weekend with some beautiful music. Take it away, folks.
Thank you.